guys, it's Ishini. So today I'm going to be doing the confidence talk with you guys, how to build your confidence and really harness your feminine energy, whatever it may be, to really be the best version of you and be guided that way, because I know for me it's been such a journey. So let's get into it. The main definition of confidence, at least to me, the definition of confidence that I've heard that I resonate the most with, is that confidence is walking into a room and not having to compare yourself to anyone else in the room. And that hits hard. Do you realize, like, you can just feel it, or if you just imagine and envision that thought, that you walk into a room and you don't have to feel like you're comparing yourself to anyone else, or that you're conscious of someone else looking at you, or feeling, like closed in. That's a feeling that I did not get to feel actually until literally the start of this year. So that means my confidence, I did not know what self-love and confidence was until I did the work and did the healing. So that's my definition of what confidence is. Confidence is not physical, it's internal, you guys. People are like, you gotta look good to feel good and be confident. That's like 10% of it. The other 90% is internal. The internal work that you're gonna do to really love yourself from the inside out is what really shows the confidence that you want. So internally, a lot of us, we internalize how people treat us, or how we look at ourselves, how we allow others to treat us, and how we perceive ourselves off of their projections. And typically that's because of the relationships that we allow into our life, or environmental factors of how you were raised, It happens. Like, I've been there, I understand it. But confidence is internal work, and unless you're willing to do the work, no matter how much makeup you put on, no matter how good skin you have, no matter what you wear, you won't be as confident as you think you really are. Okay, and that's coming from experience. Been there, done that. I've dressed up so good and not felt confident in myself until I did the work to understand myself better. Well, internally, to do the work to feel confident is you need to do the self-work. It's not about thinking that you're this and that, you're better than this, you're better than that. It's about first understanding why you feel a certain way when you're treated badly by someone, when you treat yourself badly. Okay, guys, I have literally seen this podcast, and they said most people can't even look themselves in their eyes in the mirror. That's crazy. And I was that literally last year. I could not look at myself in the eyes because I genuinely didn't love myself. And I feel like until I started practicing that and doing affirmations in front of the mirror, like saying that, Sheen, you're wonderful, you're courageous, you're strong, you are loved, and you're so loving, and I love you, basically to myself, to the mirror. I didn't understand the value of it until I did it. And so trust me, guys, you're gonna want to do it. It's gonna literally transform your life. Leaps. Okay. So if you're willing to do the internal work, I would highly recommend doing your research on emotional intelligence, because I can do a video on that as well, on how to reach emotional intelligence and becoming self-aware, because that's what's really going to guide you into feeling confident while doing the work on yourself, and kind of like growing in that aspect of your strength, of self-worth, and everything else. Mostly confidence, and the way that we lose confidence for ourselves is we give our power to others, things in the world that take away our confidence. Whether it's watching certain people, watching certain things, allowing our parents to belittle us, or having friends and people in your circle that will literally minimize who you are as a person in order to lift themselves up, which is typically how it goes in this society. That's a destructive, chaotic way of how our society has come to be. But we are so much better than that. And I just have to express that, because each and every one of us we have such a light in us, and we just really need to be able to harness that and believe that working on yourself is a real thing. Emotional intelligence is a real thing. Intellect can get you only so far. If you want to be a leader, intellect and just like motivation and all of that is only going to get you so far with loving yourself and actually feeling confident in walking into a room and not having to compare yourself to anyone else. How do relationships affect our confidence? It's literally your whole environment. When I looked at my self-love journey, I looked at everyone around me, how my mom treats me, how I feel like my friends treated me. I got rid of so many people in my life after going through that journey. I was at a rock bottom where I was not willing to lose myself in order to keep others happy. To be confident, you cannot be a people pleaser. You cannot please other people. If you're just trying to make other people happy, you're gonna lose yourself over and over again. And honestly, if you haven't even found yourself, or you feel like you've never known yourself, because I know what that feels like. You're always trying to please others and you've never really known who you are, what you're capable of, what your actual dreams are, and what society has put into your mind of what you should do instead of what you want to do, what you want to do to find your purpose. And honestly, I find purpose is really tied into your confidence. If you don't want to look for your purpose, it's going to be hard to find the confidence because you really don't know what you're chasing after. And you're chasing after you, so don't get that wrong. Only you. Someone asked me, how do I deal with being in a relationship and being a content creator and having the confidence to do that when your partner, they want to limit you and limit your beliefs and what you're capable of and how you show yourself into the public. I've been there. My ex actually, he didn't like me showing my boobs, showing my body too much, and he would be very insecure about it and be like, baby, I don't like that. It's like, it doesn't feel like you're mine, you know? And I was like, okay, but I am yours. You're the only one who gets to hold me, kiss me, all these things. And you have to understand, if you want to pursue the things that you want to do and believe the things that you want to like believe in, you cannot allow even a significant other that if they're not going to allow you to love yourself fully and do the things and make the choices that you want for yourself and your own body, that's just going to deteriorate you because you're giving your power and your confidence into someone else to hold. Because the thing is, with confidence, when you make the choices to show your body, be expressive, to express yourself in whatever creative way that may be. My mom doesn't like it, but I still do it because I feel confident, I feel empowered. The body is a beautiful thing, and you are allowed to believe what you want to believe in. You shouldn't have to believe what other people believe in and do what other people do because they just ask you of it. You need to feel the security within yourself, and the choices that you make to show your body or to, not feel limited by the people that you love, you have to do it. You just have to take the leap of faith. They might unlove you for a bit. My mom might unlove me for a bit, but she's still my mom. And if it's for a relationship per se and they don't like it, that's fine, because they're getting in the way of you understanding you and loving you, and that's not worth it, because you can't let someone limit you. If you do something showing your body and you don't like it eventually, that's your choice. You have to allow yourself for your choices to be yours and yours alone. You can't, if you are asking other people for advice 90% of the time, or like, what should I do, and you don't know the answer yourself fully, then you shouldn't be doing that, because you need to understand yourself and be intentional to really be confident in your choices and take accountability. If things go wrong, even though you make a certain choice confidently, don't let that make you feel like you're failing. You have to be confident in your choices and your decisions. And if it feels like it backfired on you, That's fine, because you know what? You're human. We are meant to fail and learn, not to fail and then hide in our shell. You're supposed to fail and learn and grow. Do it again, try it again, or do it another way and keep elevating. Usually, with failure, if we fail, our parents instill to us that, oh, you shouldn't have done that, I told you so, or like, I knew it would go this way, and belittle us instead of encouraging for us to learn and grow from those situations, which is absolutely so sad, you know? So you have to make sure that you're confident in your decisions and that you're willing to take the risks and know that, and take the risks and be open to failing and learning and growing. That is confidence. Confidence isn't doing something, failing, and then being like, oh shit, I'm not going to do that again. Goes back to 10 steps. You want to keep going, you guys, okay? I kind of brought like all of that in with the relationship, but hopefully that all makes sense in some possible way. To communicate confidently, you need a sense of high self-worth. You need to be able to practicing self-worth, whether it's taking care of yourself, giving you that self-care, doing the work, understanding your reactions to other people and how you communicate. If you don't want to communicate with anger anymore, you don't have to. You can do the work and not communicate that way. You know, a lot of people find that communicating with like anger is a productive way of communication, which absolutely not. If you communicate to someone with anger and frustration, they are less likely to learn. They're going to be fearful to do more things and learn and grow. If you communicate to someone with anger, instead, you could communicate to them with an open heart and open space, being like, what led you to this decision? How do you feel about the outcome? And being like level-headed and talking them through the process so then they can understand their decisions better, instead of blaming them and being like, and instilling doubt in them. You can see such a huge difference if you're able to take those two apart. For a lot of people, they feel like they can lose confidence within themselves in relationships and people and things, whether it's not getting that job or not getting into that school, or, you know, like all of those things can really knock us down sometimes if we allow it to. Okay? It's all about mindset, you guys. Confidence is such a mindset. It's not a physical thing. It's internal. You have to believe if things don't happen the way you want it to, it's divine protection. It wasn't meant to happen. There's something better for you. You have to believe that deep down in your heart, in your soul. You have to believe that that is divine protection if things don't work the way that you want it to. You confidently believe that there's something better out there for you if you're willing to do the work and grow from it. Okay? This is how I feel about confidence and doing the self-work and all of that. Let me know in the comments if you guys want me to do a self-work, self-worth, kind of like an emotional intelligence video of how I kind of found that and what I did, the steps that I did in order to achieve that, because I know I did a long process in order to get there. So yeah, thank you for joining me. I hope you loved the video, and I hope to see you guys again. Have a lovely rest of your week.